first win streak of the season now that they've gotten to 3. James Jones.
Yep.
You played for Mike McCarthy.
Yes,
You won a
sir.
Super Bowl with Mike McCarthy.
Yes,
They
sir.
have been great. I'm completely unimpressed.
Why?
Completely unimpressed.
Talk to me. I want to know why.
Cowboys, you beat the Washington Commanders with Sam Howell in his first year as a starter.
Aw.
You beat the Carolina Panthers with Bryce Young in his first year as a starter. And you beat, what's our boy for the Giants, DeVito, I believe in his first game as a starter.
Yeah. And he's never lived outside of his parents' house.
Never.
Oh, yeah, that's his parents, yeah.
That should tell you something about this guy.
So you beat Bryce Young first year, Sam Howell first year, and DeVito first game, I believe, as a starter.
Yeah.
I can't be impressed by this at all whatsoever. I'm impressed at a micro sense. Deron Bland, impressive. Micah Parsons, impressive. Dak Prescott, impressive. Micro sense, Dallas Cowboys individuals, y'all are balling. Macro sense, this don't mean nothing to me. This don't mean nothing to me.
Nothing.
Nothing. Make it mean something, James
Well, it
Jones.
means something to me because they play these teams that come in on Tuesday and they checks say whatever amount of figures on their checks. They making them look like high school teams. That's what they making it look like. Right when they step on the field, this here over. 49-17, 33-10, 45-10. That is high school. I don't care how you slice it up. That is high school teams. That's dominance. That is dominance by Coach Mike and the Dallas Cowboys. That's impressive. Because it's easy to say, here come the Giants. It's easy to say, here come the Panthers. Here come the Commanders. They dominating these boys, man. And it don't even look like they should be on the same field as the Cowboys, which is letting you know, if you ain't one of them good teams, you shouldn't be playing with us. That's what they're making it look like. This is very impressive by the Dallas Cowboys. Like Shady said, too, earlier in the show, they stars are showing up. It don't matter if other stars is on the other side anyway. Dak showing up, CD showing up, Bland showing up. All these dudes are showing up. Micah showing up. They all showing up, and they winning in dominant fashions, man. This is impressive how they just smacking these dudes, and they in the National Football League.
Okay, so there's nothing...
49-17.
I hear you. I hear you.
33-10.
She know the numbers. Yeah,
45-10.
She know the numbers.
I'm not saying that it's unimpressive, because I do agree. They are all NFL teams, 2 divisional matchups, which can go either way sometimes. So they're beating them. They're beating them convincingly. They're leaving no doubt. Right. I like that. I like that. Show that these teams are not on your level. When you play the good teams, you need to show those good teams that you're on their level.
Please.
Now, here's the thing with the Cowboys. I've said this since before the season started. I've said it all year. I don't care about what the Cowboys do during the regular season other than get to the postseason. Okay. If they were not playing well enough to get to the postseason, I would be concerned. But they are playing well enough to get to the postseason. I expect to see them in the postseason. And then I will care about what the Cowboys are doing statistically and who they're beating, because that's when it matters. That's what they say they want to do. This is a championship-level team. They have championship aspirations. Well, that happens in the postseason, and do what you need to do during the regular season to get there. If we want to start talking about how impressive the streaks are right now around the NFL, I hate to do this, but the Eagles also are on a winning streak. Only they have beat the Dolphins, the Commanders, the Cowboys, the Chiefs, and the Bills. And this is why, if we want to play that game, then we have to talk about, then we gotta level up. Who are you beating? I don't want to play that game for the Cowboys' sake. I want the Cowboys to have their flowers. They are beating these teams down and doing it convincingly. They are all NFL teams. Some of these coaches on the other side have coached in Super Bowls. Everybody gets paid. They're all professionals and 1%ers. So I hear you. But if you're talking about the most impressive streak in the NFL, the Eagles have won 5 straight. They are the best team in the league.
But you are impressed by the Cowboys.
I am impressed by the Cowboys, not simply because of the streak, but because of how they are beating them. Like, it's one thing to, and I'm going to give them that, because their best players are playing at a high level, and we would be having different conversations about the Cowboys if they were barely beating this team. So I'm going to give them that.
Shady, let me personalize to you why I'm not impressed. 2014, DeMarco Murray, running back for the Dallas Cowboys, same team we're talking about, America, he rushed for 1,845 yards.
1,800?
Why are you doing? You know it's going to get Shady going.
No, he wasn't bad. He was
1,800 yards.
That's a really good moment.
Listen to the
moments. 1,800.
Hold on. Listen to the story I'm about to tell you.
Okay.
DeMarco Murray going into our game, he had rushed on average 123 yards a game.
Yeah.
Hard to do. 10 out of his 11 games, 100 yards. He saw us. We held them to 73 yards. So I was like, oh, that's cute what you did against everybody else.
Yeah.
But when you see us, I know who you are.
Ooh.
The game before they played us the second time, divisional opponent, y'all are smart enough to know we'll play the Cowboys twice. DeMarco Murray ran for 179 yards against the Chicago Bears, 179. But then he saw us, and he ran for 81. Oh. I know who you are. I've seen your true colors. I know who you are, Cowboys. I know who you are. I don't care what you do to the Panthers. I don't care what you do to the Commanders. I don't care what you do to the Giants. The Niners are saying, we know who you are. The Eagles are saying, we know who you are. So the reason I'm not impressed by this win streak is because I've been here before. I've seen an athlete do incredible things versus other individuals. But I already know who you are, Cowboys. Just like we knew who DeMarco was. It's cute. And those 1,800 yards, congratulations, all pro, incredibly hard to do. But I know who you are. And that's how I feel about these Cowboys. I know exactly who they are. That's why I'm not impressed.
Hey, brother, that was a strong take. I know that feeling like, is that you over there, Acho? Like, I know that. I get what you're saying. Yeah.
You impressed, though? You impressed by it?
You know, I'm going to be honest, though. I am impressed, though. And I'm being serious. I just think that in the NFL, it's so hard to win games. And no matter who they face, they had a game they slipped against the Cardinals, right? Yeah. I bet on the Cowboys, they lost. But the thing about them is so impressive is not that they're beating the weak teams, the bum teams, right? And they lose to the good ones. Not that. That's not the reason why. It's just because the way they're beating them, though. Like you talked about, they whooping them.
Whooping them boys.
And I think in the NFL, even if we are a better team, the Cowboys versus the Panthers, how much better are we, though? Yeah. Right? Are we 40 points better? Are we 35? And they're doing that. So I like the way they're rolling. I like the way they're winning games. I do have to see more, though. And I think that in football, when you beat a good team, right, I think you get more credit for that. Yeah. Compared to if you beat a not as good team. Yeah. But you still get respect for winning them games. And they're playing well right now. This is the NFL. It's not the NBA. NBA where you just play anytime you want. Nah, every game matters, and they're winning games. I just want to see them compete against the top teams the same way you compete against the Panthers, right? I want the guys that rush against Trent Williams the same way you rush against some other guys. I want to see Dak Prescott rip up that defense, right, against the Panthers the same way you're going to do against the Niners. Yeah. I want to see that. Because if we don't see that, you're going to see me on speak.
No doubt.
Talking, not hating, talking facts. Yeah. And every Cowboy fan, even to this day, right? Because you know, they go up and down. They go up and down with it, right? When he's playing back, they're agreeing with me. But he's playing great, they're talking about it. But now, like right now, I say, oh, you're right. Dak's killing it right now, man. Take it easy, Cowboy fan.
Take it easy.
But when the big moments are here, the big games, do you feel the same way? And they shut up. So for me to shut up, I got to see these type of moments, these type of performances. Not against that bad playoff team, the Brady and the Bucs. Not them dudes.
Last year,
not them guys. Yeah. It's the Niners, right? One day in life, you got to stand up to that bully. You got to tired of him taking your lunch.
Just one day.
Dak, you got to be tired of this coming in and taking your keys, right?
Your cell phone.
Taking your homework.
Taking it all.
Push you in the back of the line. You got to be tired of that.
Taking it all.
Stand up for yourself. Because if you don't, it's going to be the same results we had the last 2 years.
Yeah. Real quick, do you think this is the same Cowboys team that lost to the Niners the way they playing football?
Yes, sir. And the reason I do, and Joy's nodding as well, because this Cowboys team...
Me too. I'm doing this stuff, yeah.
This Cowboys team looked just as good. They beat the Jets 40-10. They beat the Giants 40-0.
Ooh, that boy know his stats. That boy know his stats.
But I'm talking about the way they playing football. Like, the way they playing football, Dak Prescott moving, getting outside the pocket. Yeah.
Against the whole season? The whole season, or just against
I'm just
these
talking
teams
about
that they
after they lay the egg against the Niners.
Right.
Do you feel
He's
like
running more? They open the playbook a little bit more?
It's different.
But this is why...
They lost to the Eagles, but it wasn't the way they lost to the Niners.
James,
This is why
you're in the hole with betting on the football picks every week. Because,
Why, Shady?
Because you rolling with the Cowboys. You talking that same... You talking the same talk. He don't learn. See one thing about me? I'm gonna touch that stove, it's hot. I'm like, I'm no more. You hit this guy over here, he gonna keep touching the stove.
This is a different team. I truly believe.
Okay, well,
I think
put your money where your mind is, man.
A lot more. He's making plays. His playbook is open. The defense going. I think this is a different Cowboys team. Joy, you don't agree with me?
I think you are what you are until you're not. So when I see with my own eyeballs them do what they need to do in the postseason against these other teams, I will believe.
So even if they beat Philly at home, you ain't believing. You still need playoffs.
Are they worried about winning championships, or are they worried about regular season games?
Well, I'm just saying, we talking about beating good teams.
I don't care
So none of this
what
matters.
the Cowboys do during the regular season.
Be the 7th seed or better
except for
and just
make
get in
the
the playoffs.
postseason. I don't care what they do. I've seen this movie with the Cowboys. Every year is the same. Super talented, got all pros, got this and that, and expectations, and we them boys, and this is our year.
Dak for MVP.
Dak for MVP. I've seen it. I've heard it. Rewatched it.
Jerry Jones for president.
Year after year. Yes, I think that they are a championship level team.
They are.
I think it looks like they have that capacity.
They do.
Go do it. Go. I don't think that's too much to ask.
It's tough.
There are other teams that have more equity with me.
Yes, it is.
I have questions about how far the Niners can go for different reasons.
Yeah.
But despite that, they be in the NFC Championship.
They be there.
The Eagles, we don't know what they're going to do statistically. They be in the Super Bowl. Like you have to go do what you say you're going to do. I like when people do what they say they're going to do. You can talk, yep. Go do it.
Yeah. And that part too, like.
Tough.
Because I don't think they might not see the Eagles. We're going to get the number 1 seed, looks like, But anyway, they see them Niners again, though? What you think they thinking? Here they go again. Why you always doing that? Why you always acting like that? They don't want to see them boys.
They don't.
Subscribe here to get the latest from Speak, and go watch a few segments from our other shows on FS1.